10 shower thoughts that will blow your mind. Hey there, nerd fighters. Welcome to the Toilet Philosopher, the channel where we ponder life's biggest questions from the most unexpected places. Today, we're diving deep into the swirling vortex of existentialism that is the shower thought. Have you ever been lathering up your hair and suddenly, bam, a thought so profound, so mind-boggling that it makes you question the very fabric of reality? Well, you're not alone. We've all been there, lost in the philosophical abyss of shampoo suds and conditioner conundrums. So grab your rubber ducky, crank up the water heater, and get ready to explore 10 shower thoughts that will leave you both enlightened and slightly terrified of your own brain. Let's get philosophical. All right, let's ease into this existential journey with a thought that's as simple as it is perplexing. Why do we call it a building if it's already built? Think about it. We don't call a cooked meal a cooking. We don't refer to a written book as a writing. So why does this one word get a free pass on the whole past participle thing? It's these little linguistic quirks that remind us that language is a living, breathing, ever-evolving entity. And sometimes it's just plain weird. But hey, that's part of what makes it so fascinating, right? It's like the English language is this giant, sprawling mansion with secret passages and hidden rooms. And every now and then, we stumble upon one of these linguistic oddities, and it's like peeking behind the wallpaper of reality. So the next time you walk past a building, take a moment to appreciate the absurdity of it all. Because sometimes the most profound thoughts come from questioning the things we take for granted. Okay, get ready for this next one to hit you right in the feels. It's a real tearjerker, folks. At some point in your life, your parents put you down and never picked you up again. I know, it's a lot to process, but think about it. There was a last time your mom or dad scooped you up in their arms, maybe to comfort you after a nightmare or to swing you around in a fit of laughter. And neither of you knew it at the time, but that was it, the final pickup. It's a bittersweet reminder that time marches on and we're all constantly growing and changing. And while part of us might long for the days when we were small enough to be carried, it's also kind of amazing to think about how far we've come since then. We've learned to walk, to talk, to navigate the world on our own 2 feet. And that's something worth celebrating, even if it means letting go of some of the things we once held dear. So go ahead, give your parents a call and thank them for all those pick-me-ups, both literal and figurative. They deserve it. All right, let's lighten the mood a bit with a shower thought that's more playful than profound. If you're waiting for the waiter, aren't you the waiter? It's a classic case of nominative determinism, where a person's name, or in this case, their current state of being, perfectly aligns with their situation. Think about it. You're at a restaurant, patiently or impatiently, waiting for someone to bring you food. And who is that someone? The waiter. But you're also the one doing the waiting, so in a way, you're both the waiter and the waited upon. It's a silly little thought experiment, but it highlights the inherent duality of our existence. We're constantly shifting roles, playing different parts in the grand tapestry of life, and sometimes it's okay to just laugh at the absurdity of it all. After all, life is too short to be taken too seriously, right? Chapter 4, Memories of the Future. Okay. Ready for another mind-bender? This one will really make you question the nature of time and reality. Your future self is watching you right now through memories. Whoa. Think about it. One day you'll look back on this very moment, this video, as a memory. And in a sense, your future self is experiencing it right now through the lens of nostalgia. It's like every moment we live is both a present experience and a future memory. We're constantly creating the past with every passing second, and someday we'll get to relive those moments, to see ourselves as we were then. It's a humbling thought, knowing that every decision we make, every action we take, will one day be etched into the annals of our personal history. So maybe, just maybe, it's worth trying to make those memories count. Live in the present, but remember that the future is watching, and it's counting on you to make it a good one. Chapter 5, Vacuum Cleaner Conundrum. All right, back to the lighter side of things with a shower thought that's just plain fun. When you clean out a vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're essentially sucking up all the dirt and debris that the vacuum cleaner has collected. You're performing the same function, just on a smaller, more manual scale. It's like the vacuum cleaner is your apprentice and you're the master, passing down your knowledge of dirt removal. And for a brief, shining moment, you are one with the vacuum cleaner. It's a beautiful thing, really. So the next time you're feeling down, just remember you have the power to become a vacuum cleaner whenever you want. And that's a pretty awesome superpower, if you ask me. Chapter 6. The Elusive Face. This next shower thought is a bit of a head-scratcher. It's one of those things that seems so obvious once you hear it, but you've probably never really thought about it before. You have never seen your own face, only pictures and reflections. Think about it. Every time you look in the mirror, you're seeing a reversed image of yourself. And photos, well, they're just frozen moments in time, captured from a specific angle and lighting. Your true face, the one that everyone else sees, is something you'll never experience directly. It's like this weird, elusive entity that exists outside of your own perception. It's enough to make you question the nature of identity, like if we can't even see our own faces, what does that say about our ability to truly know ourselves? It's a deep philosophical rabbit hole we could go down, but I'll leave that for another video. For now, let's just marvel at the strangeness of it all. Chapter 7. The Grammar of Fire. All right, let's take a break from the existential dread with a shower thought that's both clever and insightful. If you think about it, nothing is on fire. Fire is on things. We always say the house is on fire or the car is on fire. But technically, it's the fire that's on those things, not the other way around. It's a subtle shift in perspective, but it highlights the importance of language and how it shapes our understanding of the world. It's like fire is this active, dynamic force, while the objects it consumes are more passive recipients. And yet, our language often frames it as if the objects themselves are the ones doing the burning. It's a good reminder that we should always be questioning our assumptions and looking at things from different angles, because sometimes the most profound truths are hidden in plain sight. Okay, this next shower thought is a bit dark, but also undeniably clever. The person who proofread Hitler's speeches was a grammar Nazi. I know, it's a bit of a low blow, but you can't deny the irony of the situation. The very term grammar Nazi is a humorous, albeit sometimes controversial way to describe someone who's overly pedantic about language. And yet, in the context of Nazi Germany, it takes on a whole new level of meaning. It's a stark reminder that even in the darkest of times, humor can still exist. And sometimes it's the only way to cope with the absurdity and horror of it all. Of course, it's important to use this kind of humor responsibly and to be mindful of the sensitivities involved. But I think it's also important to acknowledge that even in the face of evil, there can still be moments of levity. It's what makes us human, after all. And this next shower thought is one of those things that will make you go, I never noticed that before. Every single odd number has an E in it. Go ahead, check it out for yourself. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. They all have an E. It's a weird quirk of the English language that most of us probably never even noticed. And it's not just the smaller numbers either. Think about it. 13, 27, 99, 1001. The pattern holds true. It's enough to make you wonder if there's some deeper meaning behind it all. Like, is there some mystical connection between the letter E and the concept of oddness? Probably not, but hey, it's still a fun fact to pull out at your next party. And finally, let's end on a light and playful note with a shower thought that's sure to make you smile. When you say forward or back, your lips move in those directions. Go ahead, try it. Say the word forward, notice how your lips purse together, and then move forward, as if you're physically pushing something ahead of you. Now say back. Your lips should retract, almost as if you're pulling something closer. It's a subtle but undeniable connection between language and physical movement. It's like our bodies are hardwired to express themselves, even in the most subconscious ways. And sometimes those expressions manifest in the most unexpected places, like the movement of our lips when we speak. It's a reminder that language is more than just words. It's a full-body experience. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 shower thoughts that will hopefully leave you feeling both intellectually stimulated and slightly weirded out. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the depths of human consciousness from the confines of my bathroom. Remember, the next time you're lathering up, pay attention to those random thoughts. You never know what profound insights might be lurking beneath the surface. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mind-bending content from the Toilet Philosopher. And until next time, stay curious.